Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the contributions made by Barella, I think, will be key here, Peter. He loves to take up that...
He's gone for goal! An early chance there, first of the game.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
And it's Azar. Tries to pass it through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No luck with that dink over the top. DiMarco. He's going for goal! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! And Galatasaray have the lead! The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike!
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Chelsea are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. No way through. Can he get it through? Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! Goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Number 25, Didier Drogba.
Galatasaray are doing very nicely, thank you.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
That is good alertness. And this is Drogba. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Chelsea are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Ødegaard.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Berbatov receives it in a good position here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's Azar. It's Azar! Nearly, but not quite.
Hazard really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Can he get onto this? Impressive jump! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Drogba. And he's got away from him. And the finish! And that's in! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
That's a good foray he's making. It's gone for a throw-in. That's a cute ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple
2 added
miscalculation.
minutes has been
No more,
indicated.
no less.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. That is good strength. And that brings the first half to a close. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So straight into the second half.
Chelsea really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rizal is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Looking for options for movement. Alexander-Arnold. Azar. Now it's Azar. He's found a way through. Peruzzi claims comfortably.
Chelsea really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Azar. Drogba. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rizal. Oh, that's fabulous. Zabani gets a foot in here. And that is a little undercooked. That's really well manoeuvred. Berbatov. Now it's Fernandez. And it's been played through. Now he's running away.
Chelsea really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Chelsea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ødegaard. And it's Berbatov. And that is as much time as there will be. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, N'Golo Kante. He is only one midfielder, but it often feels like he does the work of two or three.
Berbatov! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Chelsea with the corner, they're first. Shevchenko can get it clear. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Now it's Drogba. Some really good ball movement. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Drogba. He won't be happy with that one. Now, can they get him away? He's it. It's Asa! It's bounced back off the post. There it is! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Aubameyang clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, that was vital.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Aubameyang. Tries to play it through. Doku! Oh, good finish! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Batistuta. Azar can see things others simply cannot. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Drogba. Kante kept his eye on it, and he's there. Half-time getting close now. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Ødegaard. Could move up a gear here. Great ball if he can get there.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Great vision. Oh, nicely intercepted. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, nothing in it, Jim? What do you think?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Back on the way then.
Chelsea have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
That has not gone
Oh,
well.
great feat, that.
Batistuta just eases him off the ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, now here's an interesting match. And Batistuta! That was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Well, they've got it again. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Fernandez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, easy pickings there. And he was quick to react. Rice. Fernandez. Now it's Drogba. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Manchester United always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Oh, well measured.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the...
Goes for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rice. Now that looks a decent ball. Shevchenko! And that is wildly off target.
Well, how on earth has he got that so wrong?
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Coming on
Well,
the
for me,
field
this was
is
the obvious substitution.
number
He'd
10,
become just a little
Mbappe.
jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Great chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 14.
Manchester United
Aubameyang.
have opted to make
Number
another change
41,
here.
Rice. Coming on the field. Number 15.
Oh, it's a nice
Dembele.
idea, but the
Number
execution was
22,
lacking.
McAllister.
And it's Ødegaard. Peruzzi getting this one clear. Now that's well seen too. No way through.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Zaire Emery. Batistuta. Batistuta powering forward. Batistuta! So close, but that is as good as it gets. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner.
I'm afraid to tell you
So
that
there
we're
it is.
expecting
What
traffic
struck
to
you
be
most
heavy
about
after
that?
the final
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello,
camaraderie.
everybody, and
The
welcome
fans
to
have pulled
today's
out all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity.
Shoots! Fantastic from Diaz! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Tries to pass it through. Zielinski. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Fernandez. Now that's well seen too. Mateus. That'll be a throw. Massaro. Chelsea. He's had a shot! And he's quick to get rid. Spread it left. Pass somewhat off target. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Shoot! It's a goal! Manchester United are back on level terms. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
The goal scorer for Manchester United after 23
Looking at a different
is
game now.
number
Well, I'd
6.
happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Diaz. Fernandez. He's going for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's... And Berbatov! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Chelsea with the corner. They're first. Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And it's Zielinski. He's picked his way through. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Not the most accurate pass. He's felt that, hasn't he? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And this is Messi. Berbatov! There it is! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Chelsea have their lead. Alexander-Arnold deals with that
has been
comfortably.
indicated.
And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Messi. And the whistle goes for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it.
And a quick announcement
Caution
today that
certainly not on the
nobody
agenda
on today's
here
match
from
is
both
now on
sides.
sale in
Well,
the
it's a
Stadium
lead
Hall.
that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Chelsea are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
Substitution.
So we're underway for the second half. Serginho. It's a throw-in. And it's Serginho. Joelinton, and here's Messi. That's put paid to the danger. Jude. Messi has set up one goal so far. Zabani. Short changes him with that pass. Neymar. Serginho. In towards the back stick, getting up there! That was superb goalkeeping!
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Schlotterbeck getting this one clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Ball is over the line.
Oh, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
Ødegaard. He's gone for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Ødegaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Goes for goal! And that was precious close.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. Now the delivery. And he's there to clear it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Serginho with the foul. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Can he get on the end of this?
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Messi is flagged offside. Chelsea moments now away from seeing this one out.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, it's Berbatov, and he is decent chance! And that's a good finish. And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again. And that's that. Chelsea can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
The defensive qualities of William Saliba. For me, Peter, he's someone who's shown great leadership from such a young age when starting his career in France. I see a lot of bravery and courage, and I think they're words you associate with somebody who is very good in both boxes.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Ødegaard. And here's Drogba. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Berbatov. Rijkaard. And here's Drogba. This might spell danger. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or...
Tries a shot! Fantastic from Romario! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Batistuta getting this one clear. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he's managed to get rid. And that's a danger. Tries one from range! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. Konate makes the interception.
Chelsea are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Romario. He's on the move, and he's going to have to go it alone.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Neymar with the short one. And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Hazard. That's been cut out, well played. It's a sharp pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
That pass has been well intercepted. And this is Berbatov. That has been knocked clear. And they've been given a corner. Chelsea have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Ødegaard. Well, that looks a decent ball. Zabarnyi clears it away. And the whistle goes for half-time. been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking.
This is a quick reminder to let
Chelsea
you know that you'll be
unable to get back
catch
onto level
today's
terms
match
before
broadcast
half-time.
live
They
on
trail
our club's
1-0.
FM station.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Coming on the field
That
is
just about sorts out the
number
first
7,
45 minutes,
Lepine.
and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we're already back. Berbatov! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Batistuta. Oh, no joy this time. Fernandes. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Drogba. Chelsea still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Schlotterbeck cuts it out. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Chelsea really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender that... And a shot! And a neat finish! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
After
The
69
movement so
minutes,
precise, the finish
18.
sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Batistuta.
Looking at a different game now.
Number
He'll try
17,
from distance!
Van Nistelrooy.
Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Neymar. Number 21, Frenkie de Jong. Coming on the field, number 20.
Almost
Bruno
75 minutes on the
Fernandes.
clock now.
Number 22.
The pass is intercepted.
McAllister.
Berbatov. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Nice looking ball. He won't be happy with that one. Albert Ferrer. And it's Azar. Now it's Drogba. Nicely spread. Ødegaard. Picked out. It's Drogba! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to
2
settle for the
added
draw
minutes
now.
has been indicated.
Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land. And that is as far as it goes. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but the crowd large. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka.
That's rather hopeful! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. And a header! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Berbatov. Ødegaard stood up well to him there. He's going to be disappointed with that. And smartly reclaimed. Van Dijk attempts a clearance. It's their second corner of the game. And that has been cleared.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Good to... Can he finish? He scored! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Baggio. Lobbed in behind. Van Dijk with the clearance. Played out to the left flank. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Ronaldinho bops him off it and wins back the ball. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Van Dijk aims beyond the defence. Great ball if he can get... Decent chance! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Chelsea are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Van Dijk. And the pass is intercepted. And he's intervened well there. Ødegaard. Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. Chelsea heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And he's picked out the run. Oh, that's a key interception. Kukçu.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Alexander-Arnold.
Minutes added time.
Ødegaard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And now they can clear their lines. Opts for safety. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't
Just a quick
fix it. So I
announcement.
think the
And
manager has
exciting
to
one too.
resist
We're about
change
to
at
announce
this
today's
stage.
lottery numbers. Please watch the
Chelsea
screen if you
firmly
have a
in
ticket.
control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. And this is Ronaldinho.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Howson. He's having a pop! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Juve. Roberto Baggio. Baggio was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball and reclaimed it in a trice. Chelsea with this 2-goal lead. They're certainly looking much the more assured side. And he's gone looking for safety. Plays a sharp little ball here. And this is Ronaldinho. And the shot! Quite brilliant! Ronaldinho! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Just one in it now.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Berbatov. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Chelsea clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Shot, surely! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that, if only he managed to retain his composure.
Substitution.
Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Out towards the flank. Howson cuts it out. Nicely aimed pass.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Neymar. Ødegaard. Hazard tries to play it through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Chelsea really wanted
Two
that
added
two-goal
minutes has
cushion,
been
but it
indicated.
wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
That's been cut out, well played. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
everybody,
it might
and
not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be...
Drogba! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And there's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Oh, that was vital. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Berbatov. Berbatov, and Berbatov! Oh, that's fabulous! A finish right from the top draw. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And here's Drogba. Drogba! He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Looking to widen the gap even further here. And he's going direct.
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's there to belt it away. Now that's well seen too. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. The referee's awarded a free kick. Fernandes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he's gone looking for safety. And they're back on the ball again. Can he get on the end of this? And the finish! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
Now here's a fine representative for the fullbacks union, Peter.
Massimo Otto.
Yeah, it's going to be vital if he imposes himself early, I think, on that flank. He's got great quality on deliveries, as we know, and they've always been a massive part of his game.
And there's his chance to lead the counter.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Scholes. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, that's fabulous. Foot in. And a play for a throw. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rodri. And Fabinho. Change of plan here, perhaps.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution.
He's having a hit! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Otto. Parler. And it's been hooked away. Fernandez. Ødegaard. Now that looks a decent ball. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, there's the clearance.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there, you know.
Decent chance! He's delivered all right! The first significant strike.
Not sure whether that was anticipation or communication, Peter, but he made it look like a double.
After 31 minutes is number 10, Didier Drogba.
A first breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Ødegaard. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Drogba! Oh, it's a vicious effort. Shifted upfield. Now that's well seen too. And he's intervened well there. Well, that has not gone well. Rafinha. Now, can they get him away? It's Totti! And no mistake! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. The second half is up and could be danger here. He is through here. Chance for a shot! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Chelsea have their lead. And he's had it nicked away. Berbatov. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And here's Totti, and here's Haaland. That's a lovely, neat pass. Fernandes.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Fabinho. Just about up to the hour now. And it's Fabinho. Odo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And Rafinha. And here's Haaland.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Odo. Rafinha. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Berbatov. Looking for options for movement. And he's picked it up out wide. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Haaland. Rafinha. And he's forced to go back. Not the most accurate pass. Looking for the run. He's on it. Here's a chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Drogba really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Totti.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Shoots! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Ray Parlour was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Now it's Totti. Haaland. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Al Nassr really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Haaland! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Drogba. That is good strength. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Drogba voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Presentation featuring our guest
Your reflections then. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
Hello, everybody,
The
and
fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all the
today's
stops
match.
to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Berbatov reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
Cafu and Adams. Rijkaard. Kukçu. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Azar. And he's had it nicked away. It's a pretty loose pass. Juli. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Juli will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Not the most accurate pass. Cafu. Juli. And it's Kukçu. Can he get it through? It's a goal kick. Played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And it's Messi. And here's Van Basten. Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific effort! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Alexander-Arnold, and he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him. He's having a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Van Basten. Juli. He's found a way past. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And it's Camavinga. Messi concedes a free kick for that. Now, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Camavinga. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Oh, good ball! And he's in on goal. Berbatov! Dimitar Berbatov! Brilliant!
Well, who saw that coming? I honestly thought, Peter, that we had nothing to do apart from just counting the clock down as we approached half-time. It was majestic.
And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Berbatov.
Chelsea
Two
have
added minutes
penetrated
has
for the
been
first
indicated.
time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And this is Drogba. And he skips. It's Drogba! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the
We
break.
come to you now with a quick request
Chelsea
for
come in
support
leading
for
by
our
just
charity
the odd
fund,
goal.
Chance in Football.
I think on the whole the team linked up very
Substitutions
well and has
taking
been
place.
organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Chelsea are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Played out towards the right wing. Julie. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Hearts have their second corner now. Messi with the short one. Chelsea just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Ødegaard, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Cafu cuts out the pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily...
Chance! Hazard clears. Julie. Now it's Van Basten. Great vision.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Kukçu. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Drogba. He's Berbatov! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Costa Curta. Rijkaard. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Drogba. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Julio Cesar can clear it away. Zabarnyi. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And he's managed to get rid. The final 5 minutes. Chelsea moments now away from seeing this one out. That ball looks a good one. It's Drogba! Good effort first time.
Drogba really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
There will be 1 minute
We
added
are
time.
into overtime. That's going wide left. So much time and space here. He's dealt with that really well. And that is that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Berbatov picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.